Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of a tarot story, and in this episode I will be talking about the queens. So, queens as a whole, or the queen class. Queens are how the element seeks to empower or encourage others through nurture and care. Because if you think about it, when it comes to pages and knights, they're sort of just individuals. They're not really attached to anybody. They're not really responsible for anybody. But when it comes to a queen is responsible for her kingdom and her people. So now she's in a position in which she's responsible, right? She has a stronger and a more powerful and more potent effect in her environment and on the people around her. So she kind of has that influence. So when it comes to queen, so there's this sense of leadership, and there's also this sense of more adult responsibilities, more adult behaviors as well. So queens queens, like I said, it's how the element, fire, air, whatever, it's how the element empowers others through nurture and care. Because queens, as we all know, it's connected to the feminine aspect of things, being receptive, being caring, nurturing, that kind of stuff. And it's also associated with the archetype of the mother. So that's what a queen is. It's empowerment through nature, empowerment through nurture and care. So how does this sort of play into the different elements or the different queens? Okay, so starting with the Queen of Wands. So again, I will be using the Dreaming Way Tarot by Rom Choi. It's just amazing. Okay, so starting with the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, so I really love that chair. Sunflowers. She is just a ball of sunlight. She is just pure light and fire. And the way that she wants to empower you, the way she sort of spreads that energy to the people around her, is through motivating you, through igniting your own passion, helping you see your own light, helping you see your own fire, can help you connect with your inner fire. And how she does this is she will want to inspire you. She will want to inspire you with her words, her actions, and more often than not, she's the type of person who would just jump right in there and then does it with you and just be your cheerleader, scream at you from the sidelines as you're sprinting down this race or marathon, and she'll just actually run with you on the sideline until you reach your goal. So she's just that kind of person. She has so much energy. She's so energetic, and she will use that energy to really empower the people around her by shining her light on them. And she just loves life. She loves fun. She loves life. She loves to experience life to the fullest. And because she's so fast moving, she's always jumping from one thing to the next. She's always seeking to sort of fulfill her passions. She wants to do the things that she loves. Because of that, sometimes she feels like, how can someone just sit there and do nothing and just mope? If she's upset, she gets up and just gets over it, and she goes out and does the next thing, or if she's really upset, she might just go to the beach, or anything that she likes, something that's her interest. She will engage with those things to kind of get over her bad times. So she's always moving forward. She doesn't stop and she doesn't look back, and that's kind of her attitude on life. And yeah, her attitude is that she's very fun-loving, she's very infectious, and she's just an explosion of sunlight in your face, but doesn't blind you. And when, speaking of her shadow, if her shadow side takes over, she will be very manipulative. Because she's so charismatic. She can make you believe that this is what you want when you're really doing what she wants. And when her shadow side takes over, she wouldn't really consider your needs or your desires. She will make you believe that this is what you want to get what she wants. So she can be very dangerous, and because just how attractive and how charismatic she is. And yeah, she also takes shit from nobody because she's all about doing what she loves. So, if you try to tame her, you probably can't. Alright, so next, when it comes to the Queen of Swords. Alright, so she is the one who gives you tough love. Oh man. So her words cuts straight through the bullshit. She doesn't believe that she needs to hold anything back. She's very assertive. She has she holds herself with dignity, and she seeks honest communication. She doesn't believe in chit-chatting or just sort of wasting time on sugarcoating things or not getting to the heart of the matter. She wants to get to the core of the matter. So sometimes she can be a little bit cold. Sometimes she can be a little bit socially inflexible because she believes that, well, this is what needs to be said. How come nobody else is saying it? So I'm going to say it because that's just how I am. I'm going to say what needs to be said. I'm going to say the truth. I'm going to tell you the truth. So she gets straight down to business. Like, she will tell you exactly what you need to hear, but not necessarily what you want to hear. So despite the fact that she can be a little bit cold, a little bit rigid, a little bit really hard to approach, she's the one you go to when you need advice because you know she will tell you the truth. You know she will give you that perspective that you need. And being the Queen of Swords, she is very good with her words. You know, she's master communicator. She knows exactly what she needs to say. She knows how to say it, and she knows what needs to be said. And yeah, she will not hesitate to express her ideas, and when she believes that it is somehow beneficial. So, and feelings wouldn't really be under like her part of her considerations because she feels like, okay, I need to solve this problem, I need to get this thing done, I need to say this, and she will say it. So she's like, okay, if you feel upset about it, that's just something that needs to happen. So sometimes she doesn't really care, but yeah, as a person, as a character, she's fiercely honest, very, very assertive, and unafraid to speak her mind, totally unapologetic. So obviously when her shadow side takes over, she will be overly critical. Her words will be really harsh, very, very hurtful, and she will just be like a bitch. Basically, she'll just be like somebody like that, like the mean girl from the movie Mean Girl. She'll just kind of criticize you from head to toe and just like spare no feelings, and just like does not spare your life at all. She'll just shoot you right in the heart with her words. Okay, so next we have the Queen of Cups. So she is water of water, which means she's very receptive and she's very sensitive, you know, true to the sort of the water clan or people from the sort of cups. She's very sensitive, very emotional. She cares deeply about others, and she's someone who really values her relationships, and she'll do anything to make somebody happy. Because she's water of water, I feel like sometimes she can't really distinguish her own narrative from another person's narrative. So she often gets caught in someone else's drama, and sometimes she sort of other people's emotions and feelings and their stories and their desires bleed into hers, and sometimes she can't really tell which one is which. So sometimes when she sees the happily ever after of another person, she will feel like she's gotten her happily ever after too. And in some cases that could be a good thing because she's genuinely compassionate. She can really relate to your feelings. And you know, she's like a ultra empath. Like, she can really feel you. Like, she understands you, like on that soul level. Like, that's something that she can do because she's deeply intuitive. She picks up those cues, right? So that's why sometimes she can't really tell the stories apart, like her own story or someone else's story. And she, because of this, she has like, you know, she's always swimming in her emotions. She's always swimming in her emotions, and as a result, she was sort of imagine things. She would feel things deeply and feel it in multi-dimensionally in different kinds of ways. She would interpret it and reinterpret it in all different ways, and every time she does it, she will feel something, and that could be good and bad. So the good side is she will have the most vivid, colorful, just emotionally rich life that you can imagine. Like, she doesn't need much. She doesn't need a lot of materialistic things. She just needs a good partner. You know, she just needs to have good relationships in her life, people who love her, who listens to her, and or who she can listen or kind of just hold space for, and she'll be happy. So but the bad side of that is like when she is pissed or when she's emotional, it's just it's just like emotional tantrums. It's just a tornado of feels, just all that feels. Like, she can become so self-destructive or just destructive. She can become like really just a tsunami, just trying to drown everything in her path with her feelings. And I think that could either I think most likely it's going to become very internalized, so that could just go into like a very bad place if she has all that pent up feelings but she's not releasing it, and once she does, boom, So yeah, that's her shadow side. So as a person, she's very sensitive, very caring, very loving, and she will listen to you and hold space for you. Sometimes she doesn't have to say much. Just her presence there is enough to comfort you. Okay, so when it comes to the Queen of Pentacles, let me just quickly remove my notes. Okay, so the Queen of Pentacles is Earth, obviously Earth seeking to express itself through nurture and care. So how does the element of Earth empower others through nurture and care? Okay, so Queen of Pentacles, she's somebody who would sort of like, when you're sick, she would come over to your house, she would cook soup for you, she would take care of you, she would clean your house, she would do all the housekeeping, she would sort of just clean that pile of Kleenex or tissue paper just covered in your snot. She would clean that for you. She would put a blanket around you, make sure you're warm. She would take you to the doctor. She would bug you about your medicine. You know, she cares about the earthy, practical things. You know, like the tangible things that she can actually work with that have value. So, you know, if you're sick, then she would be doing all the practical things to make you healthy again. And when you're in trouble, not only will she take care of you, feed you, she will also teach you how to do it properly next time, because she believes that, you know, you have to, how does that saying go? If you, you know, she will teach you how to fish, so you could fish for yourself in the future and you will never go hungry again. Because for her, that's the practical thing to do. You know, she wants to make sure you're capable of solving your own problems. She will not baby you. She will help you once or twice, but she will treat you like an adult. She would treat you and then make you be responsible for yourself, because she believes that's the right thing to do. And yeah, so if she herself has a bad day, she will just go out and pamper herself. You know, she believes in the physical pleasures. She would go get her nails done, or she would go to a spa, or she would go get a massage. She would do something that would physically give her like some relief or benefit, to sort of relieve her stress or her unpleasant day, or unwind after an unpleasant day. She appreciates things that are useful, appreciates things that would actually give her physical results. You know, she doesn't want to just be like, oh, you cheer me up, that's awesome, or you know, oh, I learned so much from you, Queen of Swords, or I did this really fun thing with you. She wants something practical. It's like, if you want to hang out with her, it's like, okay, let's go for a spa, because that's actually physically, it's going to help me relax. Or let's go get a massage, because it's going to help my muscles relax. Or let's go for a therapy session, because it's going to help me feel better. So that's just who she is. So when it comes to attitude, she's very realistic, very practical, and she's also very generous, also very busy, likes to keep herself busy. And when her shadow side takes over, she can be very materialistic, very stingy. She doesn't want to share things with you because she doesn't believe that could be useful. She wants to keep the useful things to herself. So she could be kind of stingy when she's in her shadow, you know, when she falls into her shadow side. Okay, so that's the Queen of Pentacles. And as usual, I will give you like a little thought experiment exercise. I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the video, but here it is. And you can pause the video and think about it, but I'll say the question and I'll let you know what my answers are. So, okay, so for example, if her best friend, so if your best friend had a breakup, what would the queens do? Like if their best friend had a breakup, what would they do? What would they say to them? What would she do for that best friend to sort of comfort her or give her advice, or based on their characteristics, what would they do? What would each of the queens do? So here are my answers. So for the Queen of Wands, she'll probably take her friend to a strip club just so she could just enjoy all the passion and essential pleasures again. And she'll like arrange for girls' nights. She would just go out there and just take her out and have fun. Just go for a drink. And then she'll physically be there to cheer you up, to make sure you're happy, and she'll take you to somewhere happy or do something happy. And yeah, that's the Queen of Wands. For the Queen of Swords, she'll probably say something like, I told you he's a player. Why didn't you listen to me? So now this is what you have to do. She'll just get straight to the point because she wants to help you solve your problems. And she doesn't believe that, you know, she feels like you need to get this done as soon as possible because she wants to help you solve your problems. So she'll be very brutal with it. If you want somebody to listen to you, probably not the best queen to go to, but she'll just give you the straight up advice, straight up words that will sort of just snap you out of it, really. And when it comes to the Queen of Cups, she will listen to you. She will probably cry with you. She will just hold you gently. She will be there. She will hold space for you. and she might sing you a song, you know, anything that would sort of help you anything that would sort of allow her to resonate with you on your emotional level, and anything that would help you release those emotions. So she wipes your tears away. She'll say all the right things, you're nothing at all, but for sure she will listen to you. And Queen of Pentacles, she will probably come to your apartment, and like I said before, she'll come to your apartment, clean up that mountain pile of tissue paper that you've cried because you got dumped by your boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, and she'll come and do your laundry. She would just like maybe give you a massage, wipe your tears away as well, and she'll just be there, do house chores for you, frees up your time so you have time to heal. So you have time to sit with your emotions and do some journaling or something. Or she would even just be like, okay, I'm gonna pay for a tarot reading. Why don't you just go to your favorite tarot reader and get some words of advice? Like, I'll do that for you. So she'll physically do things for you to cheer you up or free up space for you so you could do things for yourself. Yeah, so those are my answers. And how about you? What would the queen say if their best friend had a breakup? And if you have anything fun to say, make sure you comment below because I would love to see it. And yeah, I think that's it for the queens, and I'm gonna do the kings next. And that will be all I will have done all the court cards and all the cards for real this time. Not like last time because I totally forgot about the Suit of Pentacles. But yeah, until next time, be the hero of your own story, guys.